after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Bulldozes past him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And taken down just shy of the 40. The Raiders had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Murray now. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Murray.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and he'll be left with second and a couple. Play fake. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Rondale Moore.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Cardinals are on the board first here in Vegas.
Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
A fairly short.
Johnson on its poke free. Football's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Cardinals 14. Raiders nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Marquise Brown, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Prater for the extra point. And it's now 21-0.
The score, Cardinals 21. Raiders nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so
trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On play action, it's Carr. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
On the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 21-0 our score after one.
Raiders nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
On play action, now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground game with White. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. They'll go up the middle with White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Carlson able to put this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that kick gives him their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally get.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Cardinals are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this. Remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This set of downs started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Cardinals take over at 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
At the 26-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their feet and force the incompletion on first down.
A final shot before half from Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he's loose again. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Cardinals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Cardinals 42, Raiders 6.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Carr now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
a gain of 9 on the play. But it brings up 4th down.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 45-yard punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Complete to Andy Isabella. It's a gain of 10. First down, Arizona.
And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Now Murray off play action. Buying time to his left. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Murray now on first down. Oh, look at the catch there by Moore. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, our coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Cardinals 63, Raiders 6. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw his Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First down.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And my goodness, another interception.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looking deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now here's another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
On play action, it's Murray. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Got a man. It's McBride complete.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And the Cardinal first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw, it's Carr. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Raiders 6.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase.
And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camp, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cards, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.